Everyone once in their life has had to have one pet. And if you haven't, you're a different breed of human. Now, I have had multiple pets in my life, most of which are dead, but boy have they had a life. Let's start with our first ever cat, or the first ever cat I remember being alive to see. Her name is Chloe. Chloe was my brother's cat, and they both had a really good bond in their life. When my brother was 8 or 9, he would be on his bed with his little tabby cat. She was the cutest thing ever. My brother and I had these little bed tent things that you could attach to your bed, and it would be like a literal tent with cool decorations on it. So he was in his bed tent reading a book, and Chloe was there with him. Except Chloe is a cat known for throwing up in the worst possible spots. So there she was, sitting with him, and now she had to barf, and she did it, right on the privacy cover to the bed tent. Of course, it was soon cleaned up, and it left just a little mark, but it was okay. My mom banned her from our room, and then she barfed somewhere else in the house, so we trashed her in the mudroom. She was free to go outside, but this cat would never leave the block on which our house stands. Trixie, on the other hand, hated us. Trixie was both of my sister's cats, and she was a little black cutie. Except she would hiss and scratch you if you got too close or tried to pick her up. We all still loved Trixie a lot, and then when I learned that Chloe was a girl, I stopped shipping them. Man, I was a dumb kid. So one time I was outside in the night watching Trixie unleash her zoomies. Now, I didn't know any better, so I decided it would be a good idea to bring Trixie, our outside cat, inside for the night before I slept. So I ran over to pick her up, and I picked her up in the stupidest way possible. And that just made her hate it even more. She lightly bit me, scratched her way out of my hands, and then made me bleed. Of course, I started crying, but that's because I was a 5-year-old, and I was frail. And I still am. Ah! Now, let's switch gears. Let's switch to my eldest brother, the oldest kid in the family, Winkley. Of course, that's not his real name. I just don't want to use his real name without his consent. So anyway, he decided he wanted to have full responsibility to own a pet. Like, ew. So we bought some ferrets. One was a boy and one was a girl, and they were named Nico and Navi. Nico was stolen from Nico from One Shot, and Navi was... I don't know. Anyways, Navi was a savage. He would run everywhere, bite if he was annoyed, loved being pet and hugged only if he was on the verge of sleeping, and ultimately tired Nico out. Nico was a friendly baby. She loved attention, loved sleeping, and also loved trying to ignore Navi in every way. She was afraid of heights, and her nails were long, so that never mixed well. And I still remember playing with both of them. But, of course, the fun didn't last for long. To this day, I do not know how, but Navi just died. We put him in a box, and my brother cried a lot. But then, a few months later, he got another ferret to replace Navi. A little Oreo-colored ferret, Ori, and that's how it got his name. We still have them both to this day. Anyway, let's skip to the craziest one. Knox. Knox is a little black German shepherd who loves being the worst dog. Of course, we still love him, but he comes with some cons. No pros. So, as I said in my pain video, Knox is a tornado. Not literally. That would be, really bad. He is a super energetic dog who loves to be playing at all times, every day, every second, every millisecond. And he is the prettiest, most beautiful, fashionable dog I have ever seen. But he isn't always the cutie pie. One day, we were far from home for a while, and Knox was left in his crate for the day, so that he could not destroy the house. Now, this wasn't his fault. He was just isolated from all mankind and attention. So, of course, as any dog would do, he pooped everywhere. There was poop on the walls, poop on the floor, and somehow poop on the ceiling of the crate. Even in his mouth. I don't even know what happened there. We pulled him out of his crate and tied him up outside, and my mom and my sisters had to help clean it up. But Boy, was that a day. Well, that's all the pet stories I have for now. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed these stories and find laughs in them. I'm funny, right? Make sure to like and subscribe so you'll never miss out on any other amazing videos. Or cringy ones. Hey, shush, shush, shush. And I will see you in the next one.